This concludes the correcting portion. Oh, where did that go? Autumn.
What was number 16?
16 is 8/9. Emily.
What was 18?
18 was 90. Chase.
What was number 5?
Did you ask me to do it or what is it?
What is number
20 square yards. Layton.
How did you do number 3?
Number 3 is on the table. Any questions over answers first? That way we'll all be segregated.
What was number 7?
7 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 times 7. Liv.
What was 5 and 20?
5 was 20 again, and 20 is 2985. Aaron Murray.
What was number 16?
16 was 8/9. Layton, I believe, says number what? 3. Number 3? Let's look at number 3. What a glorious day. Oh. Number 3. Number 3. Let's look and see here. A whole pizza is cut into 12s. If Dr. eats 1/2 the pizza and Landry eats 1/3 the pizza, what fraction of pizza remains? Did you cut your pizza into 12s? Later. Oh, interesting. By the way, nobody said the pizza had to be round, did it? So given the choice, me and myself, there are many pizza places that make them in squares.
Yes.
Ooh.
Francesca's Pizza. Yeah.
Let's say we're getting on Francesca's Pizza from Long Island. Let's just, because that is easier to cut into 12s. By the way, you can cut it in half and then cut each one of those in third half, and that's fourths, and then cut each one of those in thirds, right? So great. So then, Layton, let's talk about this. If you ate half of the 12 pieces, how many did you eat?
6.
So now we can remove 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Landry, no relation, ate 1/3 of them. How many pieces is 1/3 of 12? 1/3 is how many 12s?
4.
4. So now you ate 4 more of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. What fraction of the pizza remains? 1, 2 of the 12 pieces. But you must reduce because you are 7th graders now. 1/6. I'm sure there's other ways to skim that proverbial cat, but who knows if that would work or not. Zachary.
What is your number 7 and 5?
Wait, did you say 2? I don't know if I can answer 2.
How would you use number 5?
How would I do number 5? How many square yards of carpet or covered need the floor that is 15 by 12 feet? And again, children, this is where you are 7th grade. You may want to be jotting down some notes because I will let you use a piece of note paper.
I'm doing right now.
Number 5. What does one notice about number 5? Before you even start, maybe you should read the problem carefully, Zachary. It says it is 15 feet by 12 feet. And then it says, what is the area? But notice it doesn't ask for it in square feet. It says square yards. Now here is, if you would focus with me for just a moment. Most people get very confused changing square feet into square yards because it's not the same as changing just regular feet into regular yards. In other words, if you got, raise your hand if you got this wrong. If you got it wrong, how many of you thought you changed it into square yards and still got it wrong? Okay, if you did that, what you probably did was this. You multiplied 12 times 15 and got 180 and divided that by 3 and said, well, it's got to be 60. That is not correct. Okay, you can't do it that way. And for whatever reason, we'll tell you later, What you want to do, and here are the notes to yourself, and we can talk about why that's not wrong a little bit later, and we will. Just know this. Note to self, change it 2 yards right away. Change the dimensions 2 yards first. Okay. So you would divide this by 3. This is 4 yards, and this is 5 yards. If you do the area formula, length times width, you're going to get 4 times 5. This is 20 yards squared. Okay, you want to know why it doesn't work that way. And here would be the gist. I'm going to go to a whole new piece of paper here. What is, Lauren, a square yard? A yard by a yard, right? And 1 yard by 1 yard. How many feet are in a yard?
3.
Which would mean this is 3 feet by 3 feet. How many square feet do we get in a square yard? 9 of them. So if you were going to do the math, well, after you got your square, oh, now I lost my place. Was this it? No. This it? No. This it? Yep. If you were doing the math, by all means, you could have done this, but there are 9 square feet in a square yard, so you should have divided this by 9, in which case you'll still get 20. You are not alone in the world in making that mistake. Hip, hip.
Alright.
That's about as listless as you usually are. I expect you to be. Wow, this is going to be one fantastic test because only 2 problems were wrong for everybody in the whole world. I like that. Gail Fisher.
Problem number 8, how would you do it?
Well, note to self would be, anybody, I'll bet most of you right now can say the exact words that I'm going to say. Chase, I'm going to say of means multiply. So you need to find out what 30% of $25 is. And here, ladies and gentlemen, Connor, is where you have a life-changing decision to make. Everybody know what that life-changing decision is to make? First of all, you can't deal with, you're not going to multiply 30 times 25, because that would give you 750, which makes no sense. 30% of 25 cannot be 750. Emma, what is your life-changing decision?
You, the decimal point over 2 spots during 0.30 and multiply that by $25.
That is one. The decision comes in whether, do I want to make 30% a decimal, which is what Emma just said, move the decimal back 3 places and make it 0.3, or do I want to make 30% a fraction, which is 30 over 100, or 3/10? Which one of them would you rather multiply $25 by? Me personally, Autumn, would go, yeah. And if you take, by the way, you don't need the decimal yet, 25 times 0.3, you get $7.50. 30%, which makes sense because it's not half of $25, but 30%. I'm tired of red and blue. Let's go with something like a ugly green. My least favorite color. Madison.
I don't understand why that number 1.
Well, all right. Here's the thought. You're going 580 miles an hour, right? So every hour you go 1 hour, you go 580 miles, right? The next hour, hour number 2, you went another 580 miles. but then the next one you only went half an hour, which would be half of 580, 290. You could add all those together, because that's how far you went, or you could multiply 580 by and a half.
And then I would add the half on at the end. And multiply them and then I would get
Sure, if that's what you want to go. So 2 times this is 1,060 plus 290.
Wait, 1,000, not 1,160? Just
Oh, 1,160. Yeah, 1,160 plus 290.
Yeah, which I got 2,450.
There's no 2 there, it's a 1.
Oh, I added the.
You can multiply by 2.5 if you like.
I added the 1.
Add them together if you like. You are your own boss in that one. Grace,
509.
what is it?
Yeah.
Is this 2 or 3?
9.
Negative 1, 0, 1 half, 1, 1.2, 4/3. That.
What was
Numero
what was
7. I'm gonna guess I can remember this. 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 times 7. Did I get that right? Only because I've said it 6 times now. Do you want me to do it? 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 times 7. Did you get it right? But you still don't know if you do it. I like that.
I know how to do it.
You do. So,
How do you do number 7?
oh, number 7. Who got 7 right? Who used a factor tree? Who did division by primes? Ooh, we've got a quandary here. Why, Madison, did you choose the way you chose?
Because when we went over this, you said for bigger numbers, use division by primes.
Sure. Wait, who asked this problem? Which way do you want me to do it? Division by prime? The way you did it. I'm going to do it the way you did it because you got it wrong the way you did it. All right, so let's do that. 630. The problem with division by primes, ladies and gentlemen, is make sure you're dividing by a prime number. Because if I pick 9 here and use 9 in my answer, that's not a prime number. And I think I said, you know what, if it's an even number, cut it in half. I don't know if that really applies to this because that's not an easy number to cut in half, but let's do it. What is that, 315? And then, I don't know, it ends in a 5, so maybe I divide it by 5, which is what, 63. And then 63, maybe I divide by 7. 63 and 9 get 9, and then 9 can be divided by 3s. So you got 3, 3, 7, 5, 2. So where'd you go wrong?
Um,
I'll go for that. On a more positive, optimistic note, just remember you've only got 10 more years of math to go when you're done. Well, this is
Really?
seventh-
You have
this is seventh grade math. Huh?
You have it in your normal life.
I don't have it in my own.
Or if I don't,
I try to steer. Huh?
if I don't college.
We'll still have to do some math somewhere. At some point. To exist. Chase,
How would you do number 10?
number 10. I, by the way, did not make any of this stuff up. The coordinates of 3 vertices of the square of those. What is the coordinates of the fourth one? So you drew, did you do this on a real piece of grid paper? Chase, or did you just randomly put the numbers out anywhere? Alright. And it's 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You got that point there? Okay. Negative 1, 2. Negative 1, 2. Negative 1, negative 2. And I think our only option, Chase, is to put that 4th point right here. I might be wrong. So what would be this coordinate? Well, it's 3 over and 2 down. So 3 comma -2, I believe would be my only option there. Anybody get problem number 11 wrong? Fess up. Don't.
6.
Oh, wait, you were raising your hand for number 11? 6. How to do it or the answer?
How to do it?
Number 6. The perimeter of a rectangle picture frame that is 14.5 by 11.5. So you drew the frame, Emily,
Yes.
and you still got it wrong? 11.5, 14.5. You could always make these fractions into. So did you add those together and you didn't get the right answer? You took 11.5 plus 11.5 plus 14.5 plus 14.5. You added those together and did not get the right answer. Is there a quicker way or easier way to think about this? If you put these two together, what do you get? What's 11.5 and 11.5? Ellen? 23. What's 14.5 and 14.5?
29.
So when you add 23 and 29 together, 52. What did you actually come up with as an answer?
52 eighths.
What?
52 eighths.
And 2 eighths? Where do eighths come up at all in this problem? I blame Leighton. Oh, well, maybe. Madison?
I have no clue why I got number 4.
First of all, did you write all the numbers down right and did you add right? Let's go there before we go. You said 4? Who got 4 right? Just because I like to know your thought process there. Sarah Grace, what was your thought process in doing this problem? But why? I agree, multiplication is good. I guess I would do this. I know that $1, here's my dollar bill, is how many quarters, Madison? 4. But I don't have $1, I have 20 of these.
I just divide.
Wait. Every dollar, Madison, is 4 quarters.
Yeah.
So if I have $2, that's another 4 quarters, that's 8. Another one, that's 12. You're not dividing. To go from 1 to 4, you don't divide by 4, you multiply it by 4. So $20 times $4, or 4 quarters for every dollar. Young Joseph.
No, I already got nothing.
Oh, so you're just sitting like this for no reason. Well, let's look and see where we're at here with this whole. I'm just looking at what we did do. Nobody did we? The second page must seem lonely because. Wait, it must be down here. Look at that poor second page. Did you guys not do the back half of this? And everybody got all this right? Once again, nobody has a question on 12 through 1T. Emily.
What was 17 again?
17 would be 100 minus 10. Oh wait, 17? Sorry.
Yes.
17, 2 and 1/8. 2 and 1/8. Emma.
20, how do you do it?
How? Now. I'm guessing that was everybody's question, right?
Yes.
What are you looking for? And you'd have to know what median is, Emma, which is It is the middle number. And if there's two middle numbers, or there's nothing that's directly in the middle, what do you have to do? Find the average them. So you did that? I don't know.
There's 5 numbers, right?
2895, I'm gonna do it here. This one, 2985, oh, I'm sorry. This is 2659, isn't it? 2659. 28, 29, 85, wait, oh, now I really got how it is, wait, 2985, 2989, and 3299. Me, I got the middle number to be this one here. Zach,
What's number 19?
how would I do it? I would divide. Huh? I'm gonna guess then that we're coming up with a division issue. Did you bring up the decimal straight from where it is?
Yeah.
So am I right here? Sir? Yeah? How many times did you say 14 went into 56?
6.
Well, unfortunately,
Maybe 4.
yeah, because 14 times is exactly 56, is it not? Subtract. Here's the deal. I bring down an 8. 14 does not go into 8. If you bring a number down, it doesn't go into it, you got to put a 0 up there. And then you bring down that. How many times does 14 go into 84?
47 is 0.
So you put a 6 up there. 6 times 14 is 84. Everybody's happy with $4 and cents. Wow. Congratulations. Going once. Going twice. There's a question about math. I see it. Don't tell me. Nope.
How would it be number 14?
Just for Sophie, because nobody else has one of these questions. So here is the way these work. Again, this is just by looking at this, you want to know how to do this. First thing you do is cover up the term that has the variable in it if there's more than one over there. And you say to yourself, what do I add 3 to get 15? 12 plus 3 is 15, very good. And then you look at this number and say, 2 times what number would give me 12? Eventually we will actually do these out, and I would say you would never do this in your head, but for right now, this just kind of gives you the reason why we do things. But that won't make sense to you, because mostly, who even cares about the reason why you do things? No, do not. Well, are you sure? Alright, you're right. We got one or two people. Chase doesn't care, do you, Chase?
No.
And you don't always have to care, because you don't care about why a light switch works. How many of you care about why the light switch works?
Oh, Jonathan.
It just works.
I just care.
It just works. That's all I care
And that's
about.
the way that is the opinion most of you take about math. You don't care why it works, but to really understand math, you need to